special. Feel like I'm at the tippy top of my game, looking down at the rafters. I had to sun these boys, can't leave them bastards. A lot of dudes, just some undercover actress. I don't fall for.
Alright, next time we need an into like a sick intro, but for now, welcome. Episode 1, podcast, Senders Only. Let's all welcome each other on, I guess.
Oi.
Oi.
Fuck, dude.
Joey, you start first.
As you guys are seeing right now, this is our podcast room. It came together very quickly. Jake's been busting ass on this. We're doing video from day one, but this room's going to get better and better as we go. And then all three of us are going to get better and better on microphones as we go. You know, as soon as Jake just said we're starting, the mood immediately changes and we'll get better at that.
Hopefully. I need to practice.
Yeah, and it's just give us some time, grow with us. You know, like that's the best thing about new things is you get to watch it get better with us. And this is going to be the place for all Senders Only resources and figuring out what the fuck we're doing with our lives.
Hell yeah. Foley,
What's happening?
you did a big part of putting this together. Thank you very much. This has turned out pretty epic.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah,
Super stoked. We've talked about this for a long time.
I know it's finally happened.
Yeah, it's good to have you here.
Yeah, hell yeah. So we may as well start. How did we all meet?
Sturgis 20...
Is that 3 or 22?
23.
The last year of the brawl.
I think, yeah, man, you at the Buffalo Chip, out the brawl, in the parking lot, I think.
Yeah.
God, you were on a sick one, but we've talked about it before. Like you were there on vacation, right?
Yeah, that was a holiday. I didn't think I'd be in this room now doing this with you boys.
There's a different, you know, just like every person, vacation mode you is much different than work mode you, and I was not getting close to Jake Master.
How old were we then? Dude, that was about 4 years ago, 5 years ago?
I was 21.
21? Oh,
You're
wow.
21.
21 in Sturgis.
Yeah.
Good time.
First ever bike rally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to get out of there as fast as I could.
I remember you saying that. What was the reason behind that?
So us 3 boys, last minute, we booked this like person was bringing a camper out for us to stay in.
Who's us 3?
Russ and Zane.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Sick.
We just come from Arizona. I've been running amok in Arizona for a week with like 2 Slick and Sideways and all them boys, which was super fun. And on the way to Sturgis, about 5 hours out, and the guy's like, "Oh, the wheel's falling off the camper. I won't be able to bring it out." And I was
You
like,
guys had the Dodge, the dually.
we had the Julie,
Who was towing the camper?
the guy bringing the camper out. Like, it wasn't even us. Like, that was their job. Like, they got paid to bring the camper out to us.
So you rented it.
Yeah.
We're supposed to deliver it to a campsite and never showed.
Never showed. I'm sleeping in the back of this Dodge in the back seat the night before practice. Road
In that dirt lot, right? Where they housed everybody.
was horrible.
Oh, we got to put that clip in of
You need to stop banging the table.
dude. I think it was Russ, right, who was doing the limiter in the middle of the night, and Andy comes out in his boxers and throws the key.
Yes.
That was in Colorado on the way.
Okay.
I have the video
Okay.
on my
There might have been
phone.
multiple times.
I think in Sturgis it was Joe Comedy. Anyways, go ahead with your story. Sorry.
So I was sleeping in the back of this Dodge the night before. My body wouldn't fit in, so I had the door open a little bit, getting smacked by mosquitoes, having the most horrible time. I was like, Sturgis sucks. I hate this place. I'm never coming back. So yeah, that was my first Sturgis experience.
But we've had better Sturgis.
Last year was
experiences.
sick.
Yeah, since.
This year's going to be sick, which we'll get to a bit later.
Right.
But
I just want to let you guys know we can openly talk about it because the contract's getting signed as we speak today.
let's have that as the end of the podcast. You have to listen to this podcast to find out what we're doing as
I'm trying
Sturgis.
to get back to Sturgis.
You need to stop whacking the table.
It's all right. We're learning. We'll start. You know what I mean?
Oh god! But no, that's super sick. Yeah, funny story about that is that I never thought I'd be friends with you boys. It was just a whole different scene. You were professional, serious bike riders. I was like 2nd year of stunt riding and randomly got invited to do the Sturgis Brawl because Sammy actually got hurt, Sammy Taylor, and I was like, I'll fill in for him.
I remember you were a filling rider, but you rode well that year. It's weird, like certain things stick in your head. Like I remember your run that year.
Yeah.
I remember being impressed.
Didn't know how to drift that much. I only know how to do limited circles, but I've never rode at altitude either. So I was like, trying to limit.
Right.
I've never ever rode at altitude. I've only rode at sea level. I didn't even know it was a thing. And I get up there on bikes like, trying to wheel it. I'm like, could not figure it out. And then I seen you boys do it super easy. I'm like, what
Yeah, because we had Foley raise all of our needles and our
Everyone in camp.
Yeah,
Oh, you were doing everyone's
Everyone in
behind.
camp,
He must have done
Yeah, I
10
was in the
McCoonies.
trailer with like 5 carburetors on the table.
May as well have brought the dyno out too.
Dude, back then, if you told me we would have our own dyno, I would have laughed at you. We were still so early on. Like, it's funny to hear your perspective of us then, because we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We still don't.
But you were, like, I remember CJ was there, and that's who I was hanging out with at the time because it was like party mode. And then you were like serious riding and doing professional thing, and you're actually there to do your job.
Right.
Where everyone I was hanging out with was there to do nothing but party.
Right.
And they were expected to win the brawl.
I partied a little bit.
I'm trying to catch up on that this year, dude. I'm trying to party.
Neon Moon, baby.
I am keen to get flogged. You know what I'm saying? We're running that. We're running that.
Yeah, sick. So, we got some pretty exciting stuff here happening at the moment. Obviously, we're getting someone to build a pretty cool website at the moment. We can't really say too much on it, but...
Why not?
Oh, we can, I guess.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do a turnkey website. We've had a website for I don't even know, like 4 or 5 years now.
Correct.
We've just been like slowly poking at it and like using it and doing stuff with it. And we just pulled the trigger and we're just doing a full turnkey website.
Yeah, it's-
dude.
And a team decision to step that up and supply people with the right parts and guide them how to build their bike in the way that we would without us being able to be there, right?
Yeah, what's cool about it is that everything we run, tested, and what's proven we're going to be selling.
Yeah.
It's not just random parts that we not use. Like, everything on there is like, you'd be happy to put that on someone's bike at the shop.
Correct. Yeah, it'll be tried and true is what I call it. We're not going to be selling shit just for the profit. You know, don't get me wrong, we have to make money off the efforts, but it'll be parts that, like you just said, we know
are gonna work. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. No, I'm so excited. It's going to be such a cool, different business venture for us boys, and it's coming up fast.
Yeah, it's all coming. It's like one of those things where, like,
We like really like fucking fired it up like a month ago when you came back. We've been talking. You came and gone now for how many, like the past 2 years?
2 years now,
Yeah.
and back and forward every time we start talking.
Kind of
get
start.
it.
We talk about it.
And then it just...
bro, the last time you left, I was genuinely crushed. Like, it was so hard. I was just like, dude,
That was
fuck.
good. Like, how much have we grown since you left last? Just
Yeah.
inside the shop.
Yeah.
Both of you
We got-
boys have grown a lot.
We got everything like pretty dialed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the first time in a long time, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. You know what I mean? That's been a big change for me. I've just been rolling with the pot. Dude, don't tell Claiborne, but we're off the weed and we're just, you know, we're doing our thing, and I'm very grateful.
Dude,
for that.
you looking good.
Yeah, I'm getting
Yeah,
fat.
healthy. Foley's looking fucking healthy.
Yeah,
This motherfucker's been training.
I'm trying to get away from you.
Yeah.
yeah, we're on opposite side of the spectrum right now. It's been nice to be able to put on some weight. I've always
On the
been-
spectrum a little bit.
Oh, dude, a lot of it. A lot of it. Yeah,
Oh man.
the hard R word, right?
Hell yeah. So what's your role here at Senders Only now?
Office bitch, just making sure, and I live for it. I love it. Making sure that Snowball's life's easier, making sure that Foley's life is easier. My whole career, everyone's made my life easy, right?
Well, your career literally was professional stunt riding since what age?
19.
You didn't even know what a job was like that.
No, I had a couple of really good jobs beforehand that changed my life and taught me a lot of skill sets, you know. But nah, like, dude, especially since like 22, 23.
He's just now applying all this.
Dude, but like, let's go back to your beginning.
Of what? Riding?
Stunt riding,
Oh, jeez, dude.
Scumbag.
legal
It's-
stuff. Like,
It started for me in high school, like fresh out of high school, and that's out 35, 25, like almost 20 years ago. You know?
dude, and like you look at where you're at now, like you would have been like, what?
No, crazy.
Yeah.
no.
The other
You probably
day-
thought you wouldn't even be alive still.
Hey, the other day he told me what his credit score was.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
was like,
Is it good now?
Dude, actually,
Yeah,
like,
we're
every
killing
once
it
in a
in
while,
that
like, I
category.
click on my credit, check my credit. Feels good to open the bank account.
fucking
see how
weird,
I
fucking-
can
how
get a
fucked
loan
we
if I want
are,
it.
you know?
yeah, dude, it's so weird to be like, hey, I'm gonna go home and make dinner. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
what? You know?
It's nice. It's nice.
So, he's doing
It's
well.
funny, like right now, dude. I leave earlier than the guys in the shop sometimes, you know, and like that was
That was never a thing.
never. It was never a thing. And, like never even crossed my mind, you know.
No,
Until,
not
like,
to get sappy, but I'm just so grateful that you're realizing
They
that
kind
you
of have to like
deserve
kick
that.
me out sometimes, you know. Like, hey, you get to
be
leave
different.
first today. You know,
Yeah,
get out of
beat
here.
it. You know?
Straight up, yeah. No, it feels good.
But it took so many years to build that. You know what I mean? Till 2 a.m. every morning because you can't be at the shop all day because everyone wants to talk to you and you're doing the work orders. And Joey's stepped up huge to make your life easier now. Like it's a big circle.
It's definitely been a missing chunk to like what this building has needed, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I love change, you know? Like to me, like anything negative or positive, I just label it change. And like a lot of things have changed over the last year or two, right? And so like for me, that fires me up.
You're a whole nother person, man. Like you're the same Joey, but like everything else that made your downfall is not a downfall now.
Yeah, tackling your flaws will do a hell of a lot for you. You know, you keep hiding from them and pinning them on everybody else, you're not really going to get anywhere. And, you know, I tackled everything that I didn't like about myself head on, and it ended up benefiting those people around me. You know, if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for everyone that's pouring a lot of energy into you, right?
For sure.
Fix your bullshit so your bullshit stops fucking like overflowing onto other people, right?
Overflowing your cup.
Dude, fuck, you know. It's been good. We have a really good team right now, and the website's going to change things. It really is. I'll call that out. Started building this podcast room, I feel like 2 minutes ago.
Dude, we literally banged this out in 2 weeks.
So quick. And those YouTube videos are coming, but how about quick?
Yep. It's coming. It's sick. Yeah, we'll have a YouTube up in the next 3 days of the room built and what it was. Like, I'm pretty excited to show people where it started.
Yeah.
And it was just like tins, paint, storage.
It literally was an overflow room.
Yeah.
Like literally
Junk
bullshit.
room.
Pretty much all
If this
of
is
Foley's
junk
takeoff.
that's behind me, I'm happily taking it. There's some clean tins in here.
Oh, man.
Hell yeah. So we're racing Harleys this year.
You guys are.
Foley's welcome to the Bagger Racing League.
Yeah, we've talked about it for like 2 years.
I know.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
and
2
you've
years.
ignored my call for 3 months. I'm trying to tell you I got your factory ride.
They'll do that.
Factory ride, unconventional suspension. Yeah.
Exactly.
Gonna make it
Fuck.
worse. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you race. Joey's coming out to support. He's gonna be like the tire warmer bitch.
I just can't wait to watch this full wax, people, you included.
I really hope so.
Dude, it's the we grew up in dirt, you know, in racing, you know, so I grew up getting loose, you know, so I can't wait to get on the concrete and just like,
Dude, it's a rich man's sport. You don't get dirty. You pass your bike to Joe and the team at Suburban Motors.
I'm not used to that.
And it's like, what? Every race, a new set of tires.
That's one thing too. Joe at Suburban Harley Davidson has put you on huge.
huge.
you know?
And it was he took a big gamble with me. I never road raced in my life.
That's a little story.
That's not what he thought.
Should we give a little recap on that? A little 30-second recap?
Yeah.
We're jumping through segments right now in 5 minutes, so we have time.
We have
Like I'm watching the clock and we're going through shit. In
the
5
best thing
minutes.
about the segment at the time's on there.
Oh, I'm doing it on my phone because I don't know what's going on here.
Well, we'll back it up a little bit. I got invited to race Redbud Des Nations for Australia. And I met Rob, who runs the mini
dirt
bike stuff on dirt bikes, on 110s. And then he found out I'd stunt rode Harleys and he's like, would you race them? And I was like, hell yeah. And he's like, it like diffused. I didn't hear from him for 6 months. He called me at the end of 22, which would have been that year I met you at Sturgis, 22 or 23. And he's like, I've got you a factory ride. If you're keen to move here next year, I'll have you race. I said, yep. I didn't have these. I didn't have nothing.
Yep.
I was like trying to figure it out. Anyway, caught a flight to America. Was it like Temecula way? Bought a $3,500 van. And then kind of bought a Harley off Lucky Dave. And then I knew of you boys from Sturgis. And I was like, I'd love to get you to build me a bike. And brought you down here. And that's kind of how I met you. I never left San Diego.
We've just been fixing his bike ever since.
Ever since.
Homie got addicted to PB and strippers.
Yeah,
That's a story for
we won't
another
go
day.
there. We'll talk about that later.
We can talk about that one day. And then it finally come time to race, and it was the day before the race. I didn't have a license, and the Friday's meant to get your license and do like a track day, and they teach you like race lines and all that stupid stuff.
I still gotta do that, huh?
Nah,
I forgot about that.
do it my way.
Jake's gonna tell us right here how we done it.
Went to dinner with the people that like were the officials, and they're like, you raced before? I'm like, yeah, raced heaps of 500s back in Australia on the road. I've never raced on the road in my life. Oh, sick, we'll just sign you off for pro. signed me off. I'm at the track the next day. The night before, I'm looking at YouTube videos of what the flags mean and oil on the track and red flag. And I'm like, this is an overload of information, but I've got this.
Red flag means go.
Get out there, do some practice. I'm dragging my gear lever, all this stuff. I'm riding like a motorbike. I didn't like a dirt bike. And I was like, what am I doing? Anyway, went out the first race, got third. I'm super stoked. Like, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I actually placed, finished the race. Team's like stoked, like, yeah, cool. That's like what you're meant to do. And I'm like, inside, over the moon. Like, I just raced this Harley around this track that I've never done before, and I got third. And that was the start of my racing career.
That was the start of your American career.
Yeah.
Had Joe not called you, we wouldn't be sitting here.
No.
Because it gave you the solid reasoning to A, hit up sponsors, and B, try to start a life in the US, right?
Exactly.
And that's what made me respect you, was like, I could tell that even though you were bullshitting your way through, like you have to sometimes in life.
You got to believe in yourself, man. I just backed myself and I said, I'm going to make this happen.
Well, once you saw the opportunity, I saw how serious you took it. And that's what like made me so drawn to you, was like, you were doing something that you didn't know how to do. You were having fun with it, but you were also like treading waters of like, all right, I could actually do this, right? And I don't know, you just had like such like it was like just like charisma, right? Like it was a balance of, this is for fun, this could go nowhere, but I'm also going to set myself up to go to the top. And now you're going to be racing pro GP class this year because you deserve it, right? And then you turn back around with something that you don't see in our community enough. You turn back around and you put your hand out. And now your boy is racing your old bike. And to us, it's like, sick, dude. You could travel the country, race these Harleys, factory racing, but you didn't have to fucking do that. You could have got on your GP bike and never looked back, and you still have a factory rim, and then there'd be some dildo on that bike. But luckily now it's your dildo on that bike, and we all get to travel the country.
Exactly, man. It's like, it's a full circle. You boys have helped me from the start, given me shows, showed me what this scene is about. And I'm like, so stoked. It's like, why wouldn't I give back to my friends?
And now we get to fucking go have some fun. I'll be tire warmer, bitch. You guys are going to be
I guarantee you'll get yourself on a bike by the end of the year.
Dude, I don't mind either way. I'm just so fucking stoked for my team. And I can tell you right now, 24-year-old me would be fuming. There's a side of me that's jealous, but it's a good jealous. It's a excited for my friends jealous.
Yeah, but you get there and show your worth, and then you'll probably be on one next year.
I hope
or
so.
this year.
And if it doesn't work out, I'll build my own and then come whoop your guys' ass. But
I don't know about
Just
that.
playing my role right now, you know, sit back, let everything unfold, watch, you know,
it's all
make
good.
sure I want to do it, you know, and then
It's all good. You're going to tuck the front end. They're going to need a backup rider. Here I am, baby. What's up?
Big, tall cunt.
I'm ready.
maybe that forward controls for the thing. I don't see that.
No, I'm ready to be there and support. You guys deserve that. You know, you guys deserve that. I'm jealous in a fuck yeah way. I'm not jealous in a bad way, and I'll admit that. Jealousy fires me up. It's fucking dope.
Really?
I'm gonna get to go watch my boys race on world fame. We're going to Chuckwalla, dudes.
Dude, it's going to be sick. We're
They
going to do
pretty
some cool
much
tricks.
pressured me into it, you know.
I didn't give you a
Pretty much
choice.
called me for like the 19th time. It was like, hey, sure, get off the pot. You know, or else I'm not gonna be your friend. You're racing my bike.
Yeah, and it's a good thing that he did. The opportunities it's going to open up for us, the sponsors that's going to open up for us. It ain't, you know.
It's all going to work in with everything we're doing, website, selling things, just promoting what we use.
The media, the content, you know, and we can openly say it's going to be on someone else's dime because you guys deserve that. You know, again, we'll keep circling back to him, but shout out Joe, man.
Joe's the man. Like, it's one of the most gangster teams. If Joe didn't show up to the races, it wouldn't be the same. We have like a team of 5 people.
You got to support Bagger Race League just because of what they're doing. You know what I mean? Whether you want to watch the races or not, the least you can do is support an organization. Yeah.
Well, Bagger Racing was the start of the Harley racing. He was the first one that took it to Moto America.
Right.
And then obviously there was some stuff that happened, and Harley
Anytime
wanted to
corporate gets involved, it gets messy.
That's all it was. Corporate got involved, which is cool. They don't. Moto America is great.
Yeah.
One day I'll race it.
Yeah, watching Harleys run 600cc lap times is no joke.
Insane.
Yeah,
Those
for sure.
bikes, though. I want to get our hands on one of those bikes.
That's why I want to handle the motor.
Those things are insane. People don't even realize how sick those,
Yeah.
like the R&D and the technology those bikes have.
Shouts to the Harley boys. They fucking put in work in Daytona. And then shout out fucking Chris, dude, at Saddleman. He's the one leading that whole race team. And somehow he still finds the time to reply to me to get me seats. But they're the one building all those Pan Americas. They're taking care of the riders. They're doing everything. And then same thing with Dave, who owns Saddleman. Like, those dudes deserve nothing.
Their
but
race
applause.
program is like
Full factory.
Well, the
So
guy
sick.
I had to race one of them at the last BRL last year. And
Corey?
winning Corey.
Corey West.
Good dude and fast. Like, he's not winning the bagger thing. He's racing it right. He's top 10, and he blew all of our doors off.
Yeah, they're pro.
But when he raced BRL, he blew all of our doors off to show you the level and the money that's going into that machine program is insane.
Those Pan Americas are gnarly.
Yeah,
they're gnarly.
Joe's got one. I've been hitting him up to race it all year.
Still got some stars on my leg.
Hey, we might pick one up next week, huh?
Oh,
We are.
We are picking one up next week. San Diego.
Jake's riding one to Arizona Bike Week. I think we should all switch off.
Well, yeah, we all need to ride it.
Whoever, we'll see you can wheelie it the furthest. We'll video all
Just fifth gear wheelie. Do they pop up nice?
Yeah, you really have to stay centered at Pan America. If you move at all, like it really exaggerates your movement.
To 110.
It's very, very right. Well, it's very like, dude, it's damn near. You see Brian 636 and Daytona riding one. It mimics a street bike.
God, what a good video!
So good.
What a good video, Brian. 636 Daytona video is.
All these videos are dope.
Dude, he's so good.
Someone to really like for us to look at and go, we want to do something in the Harley world of that.
He's got it, in my opinion. I know there's so many that I don't know about, so apologize, my ignorance on other motovloggers.
Yeah, fuck him.
He's the best fucking motor vlog, dude.
He has 1 million followers, and he puts a video up and it's got 500.
But dude, how long has he been putting into work, dude?
You can't touch Brian 636.
We rode with him in his hometown. The amount of kids and the amount of even older ladies and stuff, bro, that would come up and get pictures with him and just show him respect. It shows how much he puts in the community.
It deserves every ounce of success.
Like I said, we were driving in the car the other day. I was like, if we make everything happen the way we're going this year, we have to go to that ride that he does.
Chirac
is so sick.
That shit changed my life.
Dude, I seen some crazy ass shit.
Chirac.
In that back street we're in, you were doing circles, and then the guys go like wrong street to be in. They're pulling their shirt
off.
Oh
yeah, the dude. Yeah, he threatened to pull a gun. It was weird.
He's just drifting in this back street. There's hookers walking on the side alleys.
That was his
busted up.
That was his block. You blowing his block.
Bro, we
ditched
the locals because we were scared. So remember we were with what's old boy's name? They stay at his house when we go out to Chicago.
Lance.
Dude, we were with Lance, and we were waiting on people, and I bounced on him because I was scared. That dude was like, "Get off my block!" I was like, "I'm out."
That's where I was.
I'm gone.
I got a video on my phone of this beat up stripper or hooker walking in the alley, just seen him walking.
That's a norm. That's a norm.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
My wife's at our local spot, and they changed the chicken tenders, and she's really upset.
Wow, where's that?
Mike Hess. Bring back your tenders, fuckers.
So next week, AZ Bike Week, you boys riding shows at that, or is it just a brawl?
We're supposed to do a makeshift show in the middle of it.
Just kind of go with the flow, honestly.
Yeah,
we're just going to chill and get some.
We're gonna get some cool content. Cruising out. We're gonna go out Thursday.
I'm stoked about that.
Same.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
You need to get your helmet camera.
Yeah, we all need to have helmet cameras on when we go. AZ Bike Week will be dope. It's always a good time. Arizona locals show out. We'll definitely go wherever B-Rep's
Just some street rides.
A lot of street rides.
Sick.
So we'll be riding, and then Jack will be trailering out all the stunt bikes. Sorry.
It's so loud when you do it.
Sorry. It's a bad habit.
I'm gonna tape some 40s for tape.
Just put little fucking soft thing.
It's fine. It's the first episode. We're all learning.
Yep.
So YouTube this year, it's gonna be pretty high up on our agenda. We're definitely gonna be pushing a lot of content, a lot of behind the scenes, some shop stuff, bike stuff, some personal life stuff that people don't really get to see.
We have a lot of YouTube videos, and it was never really it was just filming our riding and stuff like that. So yeah, we want to tap into the lifestyle and what we do, and kind of show everyone the inside of it, because really just all our stuff is riding stuff.
That's all it is. You don't know what the helmet, what you're thinking behind that helmet.
Right.
And you're thinking some stupid shit. And I like it.
Most of the time. Yeah.
Yeah, and then our editors, Jake's gonna be playing that role as well. But Tay knows our image and knows us really well. So it's important to make sure that your editor can portray who you actually really are. It's really easy to have shit get twisted, especially with the amount of shit that we just spew. Like if you were to actually put it up raw, you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys?
I wouldn't watch it.
So, well, and that's why we're up here with microphones, right? Because we sit around this shop all day long just spewing. It's like,
You really should have filmed
falling out
what
of our mouth.
we should have filmed what we were talking about last night.
Oh, dude, there's so much stuff that like if we had on camera, it would be gold.
I know.
But that's what we want to catch. That's why we're here. You know,
100%.
we gotta.
it'll get better. It'll get more raw. It'll get more real. You know, I got to learn to shut up a little bit. These first few, I'm gonna be talking too much.
We need you talking, bro. Otherwise, we don't know what to say.
Yeah, I mean, you're leading this charge. You know, that's one thing too that Jake showed up with all this podcast gear and really pushed us into this. So like a lot of the success that you see this year coming out of Senders Only is because we are opening
A
up.
missing piece of the puzzle.
Yeah,
We're a big team, man. I'm super excited. Like we've talked about it a bunch, but us three are gonna do some cool stuff, and it definitely makes a team. It wouldn't happen if it was just me, just Foley, just Joey.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good year. Oh, a good future. Got my driver's license today.
Oi,
Cali, baby.
oi.
Oi, didn't fail anything on there. They said, did you want to keep the test? And I said, no. Should have taken a photo.
When I took my driver's license test, the only docking that I got docked. The only the only like thing that I got hit on was that when we were passing side streets, they said I didn't look to make sure there was cars coming. Like when we pull up the lights, so I was like, all right.
She didn't even make me park.
He was high.
Like, did I pass or not? She's like, yeah, you passed, but hey, you're a legal American cunt.
I'm fully legal now.
He almost got his license before me, and I've been here for 35 years.
Wait. Can we rewind 3 weeks?
Oh yeah, Phil.
Oh.
Dude, we went in on a whim. No
No
studying. Never picked up a book and tried to take the motorcycle test, and I failed back to back.
He failed.
You get 3 goes in one day. If you
He failed.
What a mess, dude. I was like, dude, no problem. I thought I had it.
Man's rides a motorcycle for a living, and he failed.
But they're dumb. They were dumb good.
Should you wear high vis at night?
That's like,
Or have your headlights on if it's
in
dark?
the first 6 months.
If you're in a lane going 20 miles an hour and someone pulls out in front of you, what should you do?
So I just said, fuck it.
Run
I'm
it
probably
down.
gonna go another 10 years without it.
Well, that's the thing. I can't.
We literally have contracts riding on you
yeah,
getting
yeah,
that right now.
You have to go do that again.
You have to
I
get
think
it.
I have to go within the next 30 days of failing so I can take it for free again. Or it's $50 again.
No, you get 1 more. You get
You're
3.
kind of incriminating yourself because, like, couldn't they technically listen to this and they'll be like, he's admitting he doesn't have it, and we caught him at X day. Like, podcasts are kind of.
If you're a cop, you need to turn off this channel.
Yeah,
This
dude.
is what I'm gonna say on this podcast is the least of the worries of what I've done.
Everything you're listening to here is not real.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I just realized, like, we're incriminating ourselves with the podcast.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it.
I don't want to
We
do
should have
this.
to work every day. We work our asses off.
We ain't doing anything wrong anymore.
Try and
I don't want to do this. I think I'm done here.
So she nearly didn't give me my driver's license today because I still had to do the motorcycle
Dude,
test.
it's pretty much, he got his driver's license today pretty much the same way he got his racing license.
You're a liar.
He walked in and just bullshitted his way through the test.
Dude, I just talked the whole time. We're talking about Maui and Hawaii, and I got an ear infection in the water here, and she's like, so we're talking. By the time we finished talking, we're back at the test.
Boy, what's up, baby? All right, what do we got next? We talked about racing. You guys are gonna kill that.
Upcoming shows. So San Diego Harley, obviously you've got.
Good schedule. I think we have 2 more this year.
Oh, we have 4 more.
Is it 4?
Sick.
July 15th will be the next show
Shows from
San
my
Diego
brain.
Harley.
Nice.
And then, yeah, we'll be at Bike Week riding a little bit, rooting everybody on. And then we'll have shows August 2nd and August 3rd. Fuck.
Just hit the button. Just hit the button.
If you had headphones in, you'd know, but it's because you don't. Like, don't.
You're done.
August 2nd and 3rd, we'll have shows in Sturgis. And then there'll be a third date that we haven't decided yet.
It's a possibility, but we won't mention it yet.
Yeah. And then anytime Trent needs to look good, we'll come out and ride some shows for Cruzy.
Hey, since we're on the Sturgis topic, I think, Joey, you put in the most work on this. What is happening at Sturgis this year?
I haven't put in the most work. I've just been having to talk on the phone the most about it. My team's been supporting me heavy on it. That said, we're going for broke this year. The Thunderdome's taking a chance on us, and we're gonna break the Harley Davidson jump world record with Colby Raha. Right now, the record is held by the legend Seth Enslow, who has gone 182 feet. I know I'm not doing it, but I'm calling you out, Seth. When he breaks this record, I completely expect you to come back out. And
Yeah.
Would you build Seth a bike?
Hey, pull out the suit. I know who has it.
Seth's bike?
No, I know that we know who has a suit.
I know who has Seth's bike.
We'll
that he
talk
did the
about that in
jump
the
on.
later episode. We'll get Colby on here to talk about it.
If it works out,
I know where the bike is, the Seth bike.
if it works out that beautifully, who taped this shit? Horrible job. If it works out that beautifully that we get to build Seth's bike too, yeah. But like, I'm loyal to Colby, so it's up to him. Colby's moved some mountains for me. We've moved some mountains for him, and that's become a very natural, rad relationship. All that aside, we're breaking the world record this year in Sturgis. It's gonna happen. It's going down. Yeah, at the Thunderdome. I need to stop hitting the table. William and Jamie, I'll start shouting them out now.
William, I'll give him a shout out too. He's a really good dude.
What an amazing cunt, dude. What just an absolute pure, like, just
Good cunt.
Dude, good cunt. And
Dude, we worked with them last year. Like, off the whim, we worked with William last year. And I was just like, I just had like, dude, he is a businessman. But when I met him, I thought he was just straight, good old boy, redneck from South Dakota.
He was blind,
He is,
but so
he
were
has
we
that, but
when we
like,
met
dude,
him.
the business side of him, just like really like starting to do that, like, diving into that with him. He is smart.
he's smart. And so he's giving us the opportunity. I'll put it out there to the world. He's giving us a good amount of money to make it happen, and they're taking a chance on us, right? So we're going to come out and we're going to show out. We're going to do it correctly. And, I'm not sure what bike it's being done on yet. That's the last deciding factor, so I won't speak on that. That's
I'm sure we could build another one, like, what was it? 24 hours.
That was rough. The actual
looks so
build was
sick.
36 hours, but like it took about 2 weeks of just piling.
Almost 30 days to build a bike, full frame bike, old race bike we had sitting outside.
That was just
rusting.
sitting outside.
Dude, it's been sitting outside our shop for 4
Hey,
years.
remember the last time it ran before that?
No.
Andy 76
Totally.
ran into a hay bale at the fucking Buffalo Chip, and it just sat ever since.
Wait, what? He was actually riding that bike
Yeah,
around?
he raced it in the amateur class.
It's one of our
Bought
extra bikes, like one of our first race bikes.
It's your first race bike, and then we swapped you over to the Bartel bike, and now it's a world famous bike, and that blows my mind. It's gonna end up in a museum, and that humbles me, right? But we're going to Sturgis. We're breaking the world record. We're gonna ride stunt shows. We're gonna have fun, and it's gonna be a good time. There's also a lot of other really cool shows and stuff coming to the venue. Get Vertical is gonna be there. I'm hoping that we can facilitate the brawl being there, but we'll
Drifter
see.
Cross gonna be there.
Drifter Cross will be there. ST Drift will be there. South Dakota Drift. We're working on a couple of the little things that I won't release yet because they're not set in stone. And I don't want to say things I know aren't happening. But we're gonna jump a Harley Davidson 185 feet, and it's gonna.
Will
go
he
well.
maybe go bigger?
If Seth does,
That's it.
Dude, we're gonna go 200 feet. I think I'm the same actually.
if Seth does,
That's a goal. Dude, Colby's a savage.
think he
If
can do
does
it.
or doesn't. We're going
Colby will
200
go 220 feet tomorrow.
Dude's sick.
He's fucked up.
Yeah.
But right now, it's about like going back and forth. Like you don't gotta hide that from the people. We need to go 185, and then Seth needs to go 195, and then we're just gonna go 220 because we can.
It's a big difference.
Colby's gnarly, dude.
Dude, you know why I know he's gnarly? And all them dudes that do quarter pipe? I've jumped that thing to an airbag, and it is the scariest thing I've ever done. Them dudes are doing that religiously up and down, but going bigger and bigger every year. Them dudes have a full screw loose.
Yeah,
Quarter pipe is no joke.
yeah, and Colby's, dude, he's so gnarly. I just, he doesn't even look scared, right? Like we got this fucking. You seen that movie Hot Rod? We got this.
Favorite movie?
Your reinforced takeoff ramp.
Nope.
Didn't have time, dude. Like we're jumping this straight hot rod ramp on a 500-pound Harley. There's 30 to 40 mile an hour winds. And I walk up to Colby and I'm like, dude, are you sure? And he goes, I'm not giving these people their money back. And he rides
Just
down
so
the property
chill.
and just, you know what? I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like,
And he did a jump with his mum and did the tandem world record too.
in 40 mile an hour winds.
Crazy.
He's gnarly, dude. So
Sick.
he's the man for the job. And there's a lot of good people that are helping me with this that have been doing it longer than I've been alive. You know, like if it weren't for my contacts, I'd be fucked. You know, Sean Ives has been You're distracting him. Stop it. Sean Ives. We're learning, people. Sean Ives has been a huge asset to this, but
Dude, Sean Ives has been an asset for since like
Let's-
almost the
who-
beginning
who
of our
is
stunt
that?
shows. Legend.
legend.
Yeah.
So he's been doing. He's
It's like the 70s or something, the 80s.
Yeah, he took a handlebar to the chest really bad and then passed it off to his kids. But before
That's that wall.
yeah, they do the wall of death. They do the globe of death. Globe of death? What is it? The globe?
He used to ride it with mom, right?
Insane.
Yeah.
Like this family's been entertaining before entertaining was cool, right?
They introduced us to the carnies.
They introduced us to the life.
Yeah, the carny life, dude. There's multiple lives of like traveling on the road, you know, and like the carny life is one of them. And if you haven't experienced that, it's crazy.
I drove to Sturgis as an amateur, and I left Sturgis a pro because of Sean Ives. He pulled us aside and said, "You guys are dope. Where are you going?" I was like, "We're going back to San Diego." He said, "Cool, I got a show for you." And we drove
Sick.
straight from Sturgis to Sonoma Raceway. And that speaker that you hear playing in here every day, the music, the Snowball's always playing fucking somewhere between Jennings.
And I'm not allowed to touch the volume
that
on.
was,
No,
that was our first volume.
That was our PA system, bro. We stopped at Walmart and bought it, and we come out and warm up.
Game day. That's
Game
what it's
day,
called.
baby.
It was game day, baby.
That's what it's called.
We stopped at Walmart and bought it. We'd come out, warm up. I'd grab it and I'd walk around talking with it and talk to the crowd and just explain to them like, "Yo, this is my first show. We just got sent out here from the Ives brothers." And then, dude, the Moto America guys came out. Chuck came out and watched us and they fell in love. And then they told the Ives brothers' dad like, "Hey, they want."
Yeah, one on.
And then we traveled Moto America for 2 years because of Sean Ives.
Dude, went to some of the sickest tracks and road shows.
How old were both of you at the time when that first started?
You had to have been 21 at that point, yeah, because
It's 21, 22, and he was
Yeah.
in his late 20s.
Sick.
And
And
why?
now it's how many years later and he's still helping me.
Crazy.
Huh.
So
I can't
gangster.
help myself.
Dude.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I was talking about Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man. Dude, you know what's sick? Is that you won't ride for 6 months. You still come out to a brawl and kick everyone's ass. You don't need bike time anymore.
I don't know. Like,
Imagine if you still had bike time, you would be so much better, but you literally had the foundation so well built.
I always just like, I loved riding for like it's funny, dude, because like, me and Joe went down this path of like, Joe would come to me and be like, "Yo, like, I remember when we're gonna put this on like another podcast and like
For sure.
really share it to everyone, but like I remember when this fool got on, like he was like pushing the handbrake thing, like, "Yo, I want to build a bike, the handbrake, I want to build a bike, the handbrake." He wants to excel, you know. I'm like, that is very important, you know, and it is, but like on the other side of it, like we got to make a living too, you know, at the end of the day. So like, dude, I remember going through that, like that roller coaster of like trying to push the dude. He was like, dude, we rode shows with Owen, Rob, One Wheel Rob, like, dude, some of the sickest guys to ever touch a Harley, you know. So like, you really got a taste in his mouth of like excelling, like riding wise, you know. So it was just like, I don't know, dude. I've always rode to kind of just have a good time, you know.
But that's your
And it's
style.
like-
You can tell when you're on a bike, you're just happy. Where like sometimes I'll
I'm
get on a
going
bike
through a-
for the show,
yeah.
I'm like, I
That's why I'm
freak
not really,
out.
like, I haven't been riding much. You just mentioned like me not riding for 6 months and this and that. It's just like I'm going through a funk right now.
Yeah.
You know, and I think honestly part of it is what we're about to start doing again. It's really gonna put a fire under my ass. You're gonna see me on
Do I put in my work and I'm going to enjoy my time with my team.
the
when
afterwards,
everything-
crying,
Yeah.
ride every day, and I'll still come out.
And everything you post, someone's got something to say. Every trick you do, someone's got something to say. A judge literally says, "I'll give you more points if you do this trick," and Foley does it. And then everyone's got something to say. It's just like, yeah, dude, like, we hear you guys.
It's kind of a gay trick, but I was the only one who did it.
Is it the tank thing?
The tank,
Yeah.
tank grab's great.
Yeah.
And they all got something to say. And it's like, you know, and at the end of the day, I respect myself. And I also have some level of respect for you guys that you can have it. Have the comps. Have all of it. Because
Done it, man.
look at
Behind me, there's
right.
you've just been doing it.
And I'll still be there supporting it because Max deserves it.
He does.
Dude,
He's a
big player. Of like,
Let's talk about Max for a second.
Yeah.
Max deserves it.
Max, when I first met him, I was like, he's cool. He runs these awesome shows and gets people on bikes. We went and stayed with Max for a week. He is a badass.
Dude, he's gnarly.
I had it in actually one of my first podcasts. I talked about him. It's just like the ski base jumping the base jumping.
You'll never know unless you pry it out of him too. So humble.
So humble.
We got him high.
And
He's putting these tapes on, bro, that aren't even released to the public of like his boys jumping off like mountains, ski jumping.
And he handles all these dudes so well. He's under so much scrutiny from the judging, from the location, from this to that, and Max just is able to shrug it off. And that's why we've shrugged it off.
He puts on a show for us kids to come show what we've got, get sponsors to pay for us to be somewhere, and these kids still winch.
It's like, what more can he do for you? You know,
You could just say, fuck you, do it yourself, and then they've got nothing to show for.
you know, and dudes like Foley and dudes like Seabear and you know, and somewhat of myself have paved this path for these kids to get paid on Harley Davidsons. And it's like, there's no respect being shown.
No.
And it's like, I'm not going to go back and forth with them, but I'm also not going to hide from the fact that you guys are stunting the growth, because we all should.
It stopped, bro. If you look at it right now, from what you've generated from the start to now, it's just flooded with social media kids.
Bro, there's so much shit that we have done, and there's so much shit that like it might get talked about one day, and I'm not gonna say it on
It has
here,
to get talked
but
about.
like some straight OGs that like even when Joey was like kind of like, you know, goes through, he was young, you know, but like I seen him like put on some old heads that have been doing it for 20 years, bro.
Because that's how the scene's supposed to work. Freestyle riders get called for a show, and before they say yes, they call the other freestyle rider they got called for the show. They say, what are you charging?
Make sure
They all up the
everyone's on the
price
same
together,
page. Yeah.
and they all get paid the same. I went to my local dealer today, and they said, hey, the Concrete Cowboys are calling us. I said, they're sick. Hire them now. And that's what the scene needs.
You've never taken a show for a tire and $2, put it that way.
Yeah. In Australia, people were going to shows and paying for tires to go ride.
And we're gonna.
How do you beat that?
We're gonna ruffle some feathers, and I am so open to have conversation with these kids so that we can all grow together. Right? This isn't you're doing it wrong and I'm doing it right. It's just it's like a pure respect thing, and people need to talk about respecting each other more. You know what I mean? And it's just I'm happy because it's just made me focus on my team. And like, dude, I love being in San Diego again. Like, I just want to be here and ride. Luckily, you're back, so I'll have somebody to actually fucking ride with me.
We're working on that. We're working.
Yeah. Literally.
Oh, God. So 2025 is going to be a massive year. I'm super stoked. Like, we have a packed year. There's not going to be much rest or slowing down, which I don't want. I want us to keep growing all year. And, yeah, let's make this happen. It's going to be sick. We're going to be trying to do one of these at least once a week. We're going to have guests on, obviously. We've got some cool guests coming up. Do you have anyone you want to mention that might be coming on soon?
Obviously, I want people to hear from Colby firsthand what we've done there, so that'll be cool. I want to interview legends. Don't get me wrong. I want to support the stunt scene, and
That's what we want. We just want to talk to cool people that are doing good stuff.
We're not chasing one thing for this podcast. You know,
Nothing.
We're just, like I said, like to dive into our lifestyle, you know, and like what we do along the way. And, you know, we fuck with a lot of dope people that we don't like show, you know? So like,
yeah, I'd love
this
to
is
have
a chance to kind of put it out there.
you know, and let Wilkie explain his story if he's willing. And you know, I don't have like a set thing in my head of when and why. It just, you know, timing is everything. And you know, I don't really know. All I know is that it's just going to be a SendersOnly podcast. It's not going to be a stunt podcast. It's not going to be an off-road podcast, drift, whatever. It's going to be whatever the fuck we feel like talking about.
I hope it's all of that because I like doing all of that.
Yeah.
Anyone that actually shreds and is a sender is going to be on here for sure.
If you got passionate about what you do, we'd love to talk to you, and we'd love to get that passion out of you and help the world see who you are and you know, shine the light on what needs to be shined on, not this tit for tat shit that's going back and forth right now. You know, and I'm guilty of it. We're all guilty of it, but it's time to turn a leaf and focus on the positive things that Harleys have done for us and that your trucks have done for us.
Harley Davidson's what they have done for us.
Yep.
I've only been doing this for 5 years, and I'm sitting in this room with you boys in San Diego. I come from the other side of the world.
Hey.
You boys have met with Harley Davidsons. Hey,
Correct.
crazy.
Yep. There's really no one.
Bolt.
Yeah.
Or you have a hot ball.
Yeah, I was on it.
I knocked it over.
Dude, talking all that shit earlier.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Oops.
Unreal. Oh, if you have a Roku TV, I'm gonna shout this out on every podcast. Do me a favor and go download the San Diego Harley app. We have a never-ending loop right now of Harley content playing on any TV across America, and it's been a big thing for us, right? So Roku, download the San Diego Harley app, and literally there's just a bunch of dildos riding 23-year-old Harleys, and I'm really pumped on it. Shout out Dan at San Diego Harley for making this happen. I think it's something cool. It's different. It's new. You know, everyone's got a YouTube channel. Everyone's got that. But do you have a Roku channel? Because I do. But for real, go check it out. Go check it out. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Shit.
Yeah. Dude, thank you. That's episode 1 done. And so we got plenty more to talk about in the next one now.
So
I'll be back to piss you off next week.
Yep.
See you later. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And we'll have this up soon. And the next episode will be in a couple weeks or so.
Sick.
Gangster.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.